The buzzer means chamber, rotation, and stance.
First thing I notice is, Misty, your stance is low, much wider, so you're able to fend off attacks from smaller people because you're bending your knees in the beginning of the round. So that's what I want to see. You're doing a good job of staying low and using your jab and keeping the smaller fighter away from you, Misty. And you went to the body. So that's effective. Next thing I notice is, Alicia, so far, seems like you're just following Misty around the ring and you just left your feet and you're not letting your hands go. So right now you're getting out-punched probably at a ratio of 3 or 4 to 1. You're just following Misty around and getting caught by the second and third punch because you're just walking into her punches. You're not feigning to get in, you're not using your jab, Alicia, and you're very predictable. So she sees you want to lead with the jab, and she's just thrown over the top of it. You haven't let your right hand go not one time. Not one time. See how many punches Misty's throwing, Alicia? You haven't let your hands go at all. You got to get your feet moving. So one thing I noticed already is difference in stance. It seems like Misty's bending her knees a lot more than Alicia, even though Alicia's a smaller fighter. And Alicia, once again, you're throwing punches with one hand, the other hand drops. And defensively, you're not doing anything with your guard other than putting it up in front of your face. You're not defending yourself like you've been taught to defend. And you're standing way, way, way up outside of your stance. So, Alicia, defense, footwork, and stance need to be worked on. This looks not at all like your video from 3 weeks ago. Your footwork needs a lot of work. Footwork was much better 3 weeks ago. Your stance was much better 3 weeks ago, and your stamina was better. So you've got some work that you need to do to clean this up.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Ring generalship. Misty's winning the battle of the ring generalship. She seems to be taking you where she wants to go, Alicia. Misty, you look like you're controlling the tempo. I would like to see you move and direct the fight a little bit more to your right as a southpaw. Like, jab her right and run her into your left hand. See, you went right with those two jabs, Misty. You just have to follow with the left hand down the middle. See, there, you were not as effective because you went left and you got caught by Alicia's left hook over the top. So if you push her that way and then follow with your left hand down the middle, you would score, Misty. Ladies, when you turn southpaw, work the person to your right and jam that left hand right down the middle, either as a cross to the face or a body shot. And if you want to, you can follow it with a right hook over the top. Alicia, you got caught once again with a 1-1-2. You never should go straight back, Alicia. You have to learn that lesson. I don't know how many times you're going to learn it, but you keep going straight back with your hands down out of your stance, and you get hit by 1-1-2s. You cannot get hit by 1-1-2s. Alicia, your footwork needs much work. I'm not sure what that was, but your other hand wasn't ready to throw because you're the right-handed fighter right now, Alicia, and you should be throwing, your 1-2-3 or your 2-3-B 2-3. You're not letting your hands go. You're just sitting there. Finally, you threw a couple punches, but you were leaning forward, and your feet are not moving with your hands. So the biggest problem with your footwork, Alicia, is especially when you go to punch, you're standing up too tall and you don't move your feet underneath you. Your feet aren't dribbling and driving when you need them to. See, you're just jumping up in the air and following Misty around the ring, hopping around the ring. I haven't seen any footwork, Alicia. I haven't seen you shuffling forward, stalking your opponent, walking her down. Look at Misty on her toes right now, and she's able to get off that combination, and you're just standing flat-footed with your legs straight, Alicia. Okay, and then also when she attacks Alicia, because you're so straight up and down, you can't counter. You cannot counter. You're not allowing yourself that opportunity because you're so tall. So I don't know what you need to. And your feet come off the ground again. You've got to learn the lesson that you got to get in your stance. I can't, reiterate this enough. All right, and. Okay, this is a perfect opportunity. You worked on this all weekend and you didn't use it. So all of those punches, Alicia, basically none of them landed in the corner because you didn't do Omega 6 and Sigma 3. That's what you worked on all last week. And you had an opportunity when you got in the corner to use Omega 6 and Sigma 3 and you didn't use it. You went with kind of a wild flailing combination and basically you didn't really land any punches. So every single time you pressure fight, you gotta go for the combinations that work. All right, that'll work. Alicia, you got hit by 2 straight right crosses down the middle. You didn't even try to defend yourself. Ladies, you got to protect yourself from the most obvious punches, or else, why even get in the ring? That defense is going to win championships. If you can't defend yourself, you can't win. You have to be able to defend yourself from the most obvious punches. Not sure what happened with the video. I think that's when I interrupted the two of you to ask how many right hands Misty had thrown. Look, now Misty comes and throws 3 right hands in the first 10 seconds and landed 2 of them. That's the first semblance of a combination that I've seen Alicia throw all sparring session with Misty here. It's the first time Alicia looked like sort of a combination that I've taught you. I think I stopped it again to ask both of you how many have you thrown down the middle. And here's Misty with a flurry. Good flurry, Misty. Just go to the body after you threw all of that. All of that stuff had her hands up. Should have went downstairs. Throw that flurry like that, Misty. You got to go downstairs and then finish with some uppercuts. Trust me. All those uppercuts and body shots will land. Alicia, you're reaching. Instead of reaching, just move your feet. And Alicia, here's your footwork. I'm not sure what footwork. You're just stumbling around, walking into Misty. Like you don't know how to move your feet. Like you don't know how to feint. Like you don't know how to move in the ring. You're stumbling around and out of your stance. Look at your feet. Look how close together they got there, Alicia. Just like you forgot how to move. You see, there you go, crossing your feet again. Just watch your feet, Alicia. What's that? You crossed again and you got hit when you crossed your feet. It's like your feet are rooted to the ground. You've got to work on your footwork. You've got to drill your footwork all day, all night, Alicia. You got to drill this. This is not what I saw from you 3 weeks ago. That stumbling was not present. I don't remember that. Your footwork is got to improve. Let the left hand go, Alicia. Ladies, we need more activity and more jabbing. Misty, that body shot has got to go behind her right elbow. Alicia, why'd you back up? You had another opportunity to have her in the corner. You should have stayed on her. What's the use of working on infighting combinations like Omega 6 and Sigma 3 if you never use them? There's a good right hook, Alicia. Follow it with the left cross. You got her in the corner again, Alicia. Go. What are you waiting for? Go, Alicia. Go. Walk her down. You got her. Go. And Misty, you got to be aware of where you are in the ring. Unless you was trying to get caught up in the corner, you should have moved away from that corner a lot sooner with your jab. Alicia, you gotta learn how to stop the straight right hand. And Misty, you gotta be more vicious with that straight right hand against the southpaw. Throw it more often, and then come back with the hook down low. There you go. Additionally, Alicia, you throw 2 low body shots. I'm not sure if we passed by it already in the footage, but you throw a left sort of cross or a left uppercut thing to the body that's way too low. There's no hitting below the belt or below the navel in boxing. Misty, you got all these opportunities to counterpunch. Right now, Alicia, so that was low. Alicia, I think the one you did before was the one that was low, Alicia. When you had Misty in the corner, you threw one that was below the belt. So Misty, now you have got to counterpunch. Alicia's doing all of the offense right now. She's doing all of the initiation, and you're not counterpunching. You can't just let punches bounce off your block and you don't do anything. Like right there, Misty, you gotta come back. Don't get pushed outside of the ring. And right here, Alicia, what are you doing? Counterpunch. You're just backing up. It's taking you too long to respond. It's like you're not thinking about offense. You're thinking about being tired or something. There you go. You gotta counterpunch again. Counterpunching. Counterpunching. Alright? So counterpunch back, Misty. Instead of letting the judges and the crowd see that you got scored on, you got to come back with your offense after that. And Alicia stopped backing up 2 steps out of the pocket. You shuffle back 1 step and see you went back 2, 3, 4 steps, Alicia. You're out of range. Stay in range, Alicia. You jump back 1 step. Alright, so here you go, Alicia. Don't back up. Stay right there. Where you going, Alicia? Where you going? You going for a walk? Well, if you're going for a walk, make sure you pick me up a sandwich. Okay, I want an Italian. I want Italian from Subway's. If you're going to go that far outside of the ring, make sure you come back with some food from me. Alicia, once again, you got inside and you did not bob and weave and use Omega 6 or Sigma 3. Stay in range. Stay in range and attack. Stop walking around with nothing to do. Stay in range and attack. If you're in jab range, jab twice. If you're in jab, alright, stay in range. Where you going, Alicia? Where are you going? Girl, where are you going, sister? Stay in range. Right now, you're in control of the match, but you're walking out of range. Chambering, chambering, chambering. Stay on the offensive. Where are you going, Alicia? Why are you backing up? Where are you going? Misty, you gotta throw that right hand down the middle. Now, see, you paid for that, Misty, because you didn't go in with any aggression. You just kind of let your hands go sort of half-assedly. You gotta really let those hands go. Fire those punches out. And always, there you go. There's the body shot. Work that jab, but you got to come back stronger. See, Misty, the problem right there was you didn't throw that jab with authority. See, you landed it sort of, kind of, but not with authority to get her off of you. And then, Alicia, here you go on the bus ride again, getting, walking away. Chamber, Alicia, move your feet and chamber. Use your feet to maneuver your body where it needs to be so that you can throw a control punch, Alicia.
That's what the buzzer means, Alicia. Not to brace up, it means to get lower than
Misty, you got to counter up hardcore with Omicron 34 or Omega or Sigma 3. You rolled and you barely threw that left hook, okay? Commit to your offense, Misty. Right here, you should have threw an uppercut or more counters, Misty. Misty, you actually were in a very, very, very good position to counterpunch. You just didn't let your hands go.